Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. I'm so glad you guys are here. You are helping me clear clutter, de-stress in the process, although the process I'm going through right now is a little stressful. I've had to make some very, very tough choices. I have been filming all day long. I'm gonna break these up into smaller videos and spread them throughout the month of December. And I am maybe halfway through my categories. Face powders. Right now we're doing face powders. That's what I'm focused on. I think this is the majority of the face powders in my collection in some way or the other. I've got some favorites. I've got some ones that I've already repurchased. I've got some high-end. I've got some drugstore. I've got a variety that I like for different reasons, and this is most of it right here. I need to keep maybe half. I don't think I did very well getting half on my setting sprays. I got rid of a bunch, but some of them at the end I was like, these are great, but I just don't need them. I'm just gonna get rid of them. Let's try to make some good decisions here. So if you like this kind of content, please consider sticking around. Please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you guys anything. You're just here to see a lady of a certain age who's not a professional makeup artist, who's a lady, you know, who might be just like you. And I think I've acquired too much. I've collected too much. I grew up in a time when you ate everything off of your plate, every last pea on your plate. So it's hard for me to let go of things. I feel like if I've bought them, and all these things I've purchased in some fashion, some of them might have come in a subscription box, but the majority of it I've purchased. I made the decision to add to my collection, and some of them I've made decisions to use more frequently than others. But we're gonna make some choices here, you guys. So if you want to stick around, I would love it if you actually did. Okay, the first thing I'm grabbing out of here, this is a Maybelline Fit Me. This, it looks like I had hard panned it at some point in time. I think this is old. We're getting rid of it. Here's one that I'm not getting rid of though. This RCMA setting powder, it's translucent setting powder. This is the Fix Everything. This is a ginormous thing. I use this almost every time I film. I use this, and I've used that much of it. Like, is that an eighth? I don't even know if that's an eighth of this whole thing. This is 3 full ounces. I got this from Beauty Bay. This to me is by far my favorite. If this is the only powder I could have in my life, this would be it. I'm gonna stop waxing poetic on it and move on to some other ones. I've got a couple of these from Jacqueline. I actually really like these. I've got Do Me and Brilliant. Brilliant I think is good when I wanna warm up the skin. Do Me is just as a great, beautiful, like, I'm gonna grab a little bit of it here, and yeah, it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not glittery. It just makes you look like you have a healthy glow. I'm keeping both of those. Here's one that I don't know that I want to keep. This is the one that's from Laura Mercier. This is a loose setting powder and glow. I think this is too shiny. It's almost like it's crumbly. Oh yeah. See, when I put it on my skin, I just have this like almost like a highlighter effect. I think I have to say goodbye to that, you guys. That's hard because this is, everybody loves this one, right? I just have too much texture. I think I'm just too old to continue with that. Oh my gosh, that was painful. I have an heir and a spare with the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is a Magic Powder Under Eye and Face. Some of these you don't know if they're setting powders or they're finishing powders or what the case is. Yeah, that's actually really pretty. Super finely milled. We're gonna keep the Charlotte Tilbury. Are they both exactly the same? Wait, I gotta get this screwed on here, right? So we're gonna keep the original, or my original, and the spare, my backup. Speaking of good Charlotte Tilbury powders, yeah, this one's fresh. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is in shade 2. I love this for a pressed powder, and it feels very luxurious pulling it out of your purse too. I think I have a small one. I think you can get small one. Ooh, I almost dropped that. Ooh, I've broken them before. I've gone through several of these. I've panned them. That's one that I absolutely keep coming back to, and I really, really like it. Okay, this is one from Becca. This is all over the place. This is made an ungodly mess. It says under eye, but with even just sitting here, it's tight and it's coming out. We're getting rid of that. That's too messy. I don't need something that's gonna make that much of a mess. And like everything in here is now covered in powder. I think I just found the culprit of where that all came from. Okay, you guys, moving on here. This CoverGirl Advanced Radiance, I picked this up relatively recently, and I think it's actually really nice. It has some coverage to it. Oh my gosh. My makeup has been on for so long today, you guys, and I've done so much. Okay, wait, hold on. My under eyes look like shit right now. We need to do a little doctoring. How do I fix this? You think with a makeup slash beauty channel, I could come online and not look like a frickin' train wreck. I'm swimming in garbage. If you could see underneath, as I've been decluttering, I'm just throwing it in these bags. Now the bags are overwhelmed. So let's continue here. Okay, here's one that I think I'm going to keep. This is Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Medium. Do I need to try this on right now? You know what? I'm going to do that. Let me grab a brush. Let's try a little of this. Okay. Why don't I use this more? I have this and I barely use it, so we're keeping that one. I think I'm getting rid of the CoverGirl. I think it looked so cakey and drying on my skin that I think, even though it's new to the collection, I think I'm just going to say we don't need something that looks cakey and drying on. Here's another one that I just don't ever think about. This is a New Skin from Essence. It's a loose fixing powder, instant blur effect natural matte finish. It feels like it's okay, but if I'm going to use a loose powder like this, I don't think it's going to be this one. I think it's okay. I think I bought it for an Essence video and then I didn't need it after that. Here's another one that I think I've had too long. This is a one from Ulta Beauty. It's a mineral setting powder. I've had this for a really long time, I think. Yeah, it smells fine, but I think it's just a buy. I don't know what the shelf life is on powders like that, but I think it's exceeded it. Okay, here's one from Jason Wu. This one isn't that long. It hasn't been around that long. This is a baking powder is what that is. I need to keep this only if I need to do any baking, and I'm not normally a baker. I mean, it looks fine on my skin. We're gonna keep this one because it's new. Here's one we're not gonna keep because this is old. This is the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. I think I've had this for 2 years. Don't need to keep it. Here's one that hasn't ever even been opened. This is an OPV Beauty London Translucent Setting Powder. It is still completely shrink wrapped. Of course, it has the dregs of whatever that other stuff that was leaking all over it. I think I'm gonna keep this just because it's brand new and it's never been used. I know nothing about it. Here's another one that's brand new. This is from Smashbox Photo Finish Fresh Setting Powder. I haven't used this one either. Brand new. I'm gonna keep some of these that have been unopened just because if I need a brand new one, I'm going to try for those first as opposed to going out and buying one. Okay, here's one from e.l.f. This is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. Is this one shiny? I don't know that I like shiny powders. This one looks like it has a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if I need to keep it or not. Do I need to keep this one? Do I have any other super shiny ones? I have one other really kind of luminous one aside from the Jacqueline one. I think the thing with this is it's a little darker than what I normally wear. This one's in medium. I think this is actually a good powder if you need to kind of warm up the skin a little bit. And I feel like I'm getting into the time where I need to warm up the skin. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna put a little bit on right now. Why am I layering all this stuff? I've been layering all day today. Okay, we're gonna try it a little bit on this side. I didn't put that other Jason Wu on. Okay, it actually looks really pretty on the skin. All right, e.l.f. Halo Glow. We're keeping you. I don't know if I should though. This one I absolutely want to keep. I'm halfway done with this one from Too Faced. This is the Peach Perfect. I love the smell of this. It's been performing very well for me. I love the scent of this. Out of all the Peach Perfect products, this is by far my favorite. I can actually replace this probably. I think I'd intended to try to pan it, and I'm halfway through. We're gonna keep going with it. Okay, here's one that I'm not gonna keep. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. For no reason other than I've had it for a long time. I'm maybe halfway done with it. I have a thing for loose setting powders. Here's one that I think I'm about done with. This is the Everyday Vacay from Ciate London. I think I got rid of the setting spray as well, so we're gonna get rid of the matching powder. Here's another one from e.l.f. So this is a yellow correcting setting powder. I don't even know what I need yellow correcting powder for. What is that? What does that clear? What does that neutralize? Getting rid of it. Here's a Perfect Finish HD powder in pressed compact. What does this one look like? What's high def about it? Okay, I need to try it on the other hand. It seems fine, but it's just a powder compact. I don't know that I like it. It says clear. Does that mean that it's translucent? I think I'm getting rid of this one. Here's one that I'm absolutely getting rid of. This is one from Ulta Beauty. It says it's a neutralizing powder. There's that yellow again. I think maybe the other one is supposed to maybe neutralize redness. I don't really know. We're getting rid of the Ulta Beauty brand stuff. I will keep the Fenty though. This one I think is a little luminous too, isn't it? No. Doesn't seem to be horribly illuminating. What does this say on the back? This one's in shade Butter. We're keeping this. I like the package, and I think I like the formula, if I recall. Okay, this Clinique one. How long have I had this? This is an invisible matte, all skin tones, stay matte, sheer pressed powder. I think I like this one actually. Oh, you know what? I've panned it, which means I've literally had it forever. Here's one I absolutely need to get rid of. This is from, I think this is the Primark store brand. It says PS Nude Bake Setting Powder. I don't usually bake my skin anyway, and I feel like I have another one, the Jason Wu one. If I wanted to do any baking, I can do that. Okay, the Laura Mercier one. I got rid of the big one. Maybe I can keep a small one. There might be some time that I need to use this. We're gonna keep the small one. Believe Beauty. I think this one was okay, but I don't need to keep it. I have other powders. Here's another one from Fenty. This one is in shade Cashew, which I think is my darker color. Yeah, this one is good for summer, and I think powders stay a little bit longer. How long does a setting powder, a face powder, last? Let's look at the Google machine. Expiration on face powder. Good for up to 2 years when stored properly. Okay, so we're gonna keep some of these and move on from some other ones. Is this another Laura Mercier one? It says this is Secret Brightening Powder, and the other one is Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So we're gonna keep both of these. These are two smaller Laura Mercier ones. We'll keep those. We're also gonna keep the Pat McGrath one. This is in light medium 2, Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Setting Powder. I'm keeping some of the higher end ones intentionally. Here's another e.l.f. HD, since I've got another one already. Let's see, I've got the Halo. I'm getting rid of this. If I got rid of the other one, I'm getting rid of that one too. Here's one that everybody loved as a face powder, and I think maybe it probably works. It says that it's a bronzer. It's Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. Some people say that this is like the best under eye setting powder in the world. I bought it because I originally thought it was a bronzer, and I was so disappointed that it wasn't that I haven't ever used it, and I'm not going to go back and start using it now. Getting rid of it. Moving on. Here's a little bitty one of those of the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I'm going to keep that one because I think it's good for travel. Here's a Kat Von D one. It's not, I don't know, it's Kat Von D anymore. It's KVD. Locket Translucent. I think this is relatively new. Yeah, I don't think I've even used this one. I'm going to keep this one because the small size is good for travel. And I travel for work, so that makes sense. Here's a little bitty e.l.f. one. I'm going to get rid of that one. Here's another one that is from Marc Jacobs. Invisible Finish Line. This is another one that I don't know how these travel. I like the little mesh setting spray, or the little mesh filter that helps it kind of stay in. I'm going to keep that one too because it's small. It's not going to take very much room. Here's another Too Faced one. This is the Born This Way powder. I think this one's okay. I think I like the peach one better, but this one's fine. I'm going to keep this one. Here's one that is like, this is the OG. This is where face powders start, right? This Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This again, OG. This is the one that if you ever need one and you're in a it's like the only Coty product, right? I mean, maybe they have some clones or something. I don't think you want to smell like that. But anyway, these are great. Oh my gosh, it's loose, it's coming out. I've moved on. If I ever needed to get this particular one again, if I ever wanted to walk down memory lane, I know where to get this. Oh my gosh. It smells like somebody's great aunt. We're getting rid of that one. And now it's everywhere. Here's an LA Girl HD High Def pressed powder. Am I keeping very many pressed powders? I feel like I've had this for a little bit. I like LA Girl's. Did I get rid of the setting spray? I might have gotten rid of the setting spray too. I like their eyeshadow palettes. I think the rest of the products I think I picked up for a video, but I don't actually use it. I'm doing good, you guys. I'm doing so good. Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder. Here's the thing with this. This is so ridiculously fine milled. When you open it up, you get it everywhere, but it looks beautiful under the eyes, so I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna get rid of this one from NYX because it's broken. Need it if it's broken. If I do decide that I need it, I can go back and buy another one. Here's another one from e.l.f. I'm gonna get rid of this one too. And here's another one from, is this same Laura Mercier? Yeah. Here's another little itty bitty one from Laura Mercier. We're gonna keep that one because that one's even smaller. That one must have been a free like add-on something or other. Okay, here's a ColourPop one. I think I really like this. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think this ColourPop face powder is perfectly fine. I'm gonna keep that one too. I think I'm gonna keep that one. This Mana Kadar Beauty I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't know how long I've had that, but it feels like I've had it for a while. I feel like I got a bunch in a subscription at one point in time, and I just don't need it. Okay, this is an Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation powder. However, it's completely destroyed. I think when this went viral, I went and maybe bought 2 of these. It just doesn't look good on my skin. So this is not really even a powder. It's more of like a foundation, like a powder foundation. And I've got other powder foundations. Here's another one that I think is pretty good. Am I keeping any? I've got like 2 pressed powders, and that's it. I don't know. And this one doesn't seem like it's the right color. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder Sun Beige. Matte and poreless. I know where to get these. I can go down the street in a mile and get another one of these if I decide I really need it. I'm not going to keep that one. I am going to keep these 2 though. I think so. Let me double check here. So this is a number 7 pressed powder. This is Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in Light. I think I'm going to keep that one. I think this is actually really beautiful. So I've got 2 more pressed powders that I'm going to go ahead and keep. That's the other one. It seems awfully light, but I like the cases too, so I'm gonna keep those ones. This is a number 7 loose powder, and it's not even been opened. So now I've got 3 powders that haven't even been opened, but I like the other one, so I'm gonna keep that one too. This one from Wander Play All Day Translucent Powder. This is a weird puff situation. The powder is in the puff. I've actually taken this on airplanes and used it there. Yeah, and because the powder is in the puff already, it makes for a nice travel size. Plus, when you take it out, the case is actually clear. You could use this for something else. I think I'm going to keep that one too, just for travel. And then I have this itty bitty Bye Bye. It's It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. This is like a little sample size. Have I ever even used this? I must have. I don't know how old this is. We're saying goodbye to that one. You guys, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at getting through these faster. The first few videos, I think I was ridiculously slow, or maybe I just have less products in these categories. So I'm going to get this cleared off. I feel good about this. Yeah, this feels like I got through quite a bit. I'm not gonna say, this may be half. Let me put this back in here and we'll see if I feel like this is half or not. Yeah, this is at least half. I've gotten rid of at least half. This feels so much more in control. I've got some backups. I've got some that I can take for travel, work travel, personal travel, some that I can use here filming, some that I can put back on my other table. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I know what I'm gonna do with this. Ooh, that was challenging. Okay, moving on to the next one. I hope you guys consider sticking around because I am on a roll. I'm gonna keep going. I've got a little bit more time until my husband's gonna get home, so we're gonna see if we can get through another video. You guys will see these interspersed throughout the month of December with my regular content. I love you guys. I hope you consider sticking around, and until my next video, bye for now.